Hey, everybody, welcome to the Christmas episode of Inspirational Journeys. I'm Ann Harrison, and before I introduce my special guest, I want to take this moment to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year. May God richly bless you and your family this Christmas season, and may He continue to bless you throughout 2024 and the years to come. Now, without further ado, let me introduce children's book author Julie Bohmer. Bohmer.
Bohmer.
Bohmer. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if I pronounced it right. And she's actually going. We are going to talk about her book, Santa's Reindeer Hide and Seek, which is a children's picture book, just in time for Christmas. So, without further ado, welcome, Julie.
Thank you very much.
So, why don't you start by introducing yourself to
Okay,
our
so
viewers?
yeah, my name is Julie Bohmer. I'm a children's book author. I have two kids of my own. So I started out writing books for them, and we've done a couple of holiday books for early readers. One of them is Santa's Reindeer Hide and Seek. And you get to learn all of Santa's reindeer names from the song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in a game of hide and seek that rhymes. It's kind of a fun book.
So, how did you know that you were called to write a book?
Well, my own children, kept asking me to tell them another story every time we would read a book. So I'd always tell them, okay, with the lights out and without being able to read in the dark, I just started creating my own verbal stories for them. And my youngest, after one of my stories, replied, I loved it. And the reaction caught me so off guard. I thought, well, if he loves it, I bet other kids will too. And that really inspired and motivated me to start writing and putting it out into the world for all kids to enjoy.
That is amazing.
Mhm.
So, what was the inspiration behind Santa's Reindeer Hide and Seek?
Well, the very first book I wrote was 10 Little Pumpkins Hide and Seek, which we were getting ready for Halloween. And after that one came about, it was just kind of it spurred up. Well, what holidays after Halloween? You have Thanksgiving and Christmas. I didn't have time to put a Thanksgiving book together, so we worked on a Christmas book.
So, did your kids help you put the book together?
Yes, they helped with the images and the hiding places and clip art. I didn't draw these illustrations. I created them with clip art and made the images that way. And the kids gave their input as well, talked about how it sounds, how it rhymes, how it flows. My kids are getting a little older now, so they both said it was kind of easy for them, the hiding places, but they think little kids will really like it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, older kids would think that that's easy, but the littles would love something like that. And I'm sure the parents would love to help the littles with that too.
Yeah.
So, did you when you wrote the book, um did you have like an outline? And I'm asking about your process now. Did you have like an outline, or did you just sit down and just write the little story, the text for it really quickly? How did that come about?
So what's funny about the way I create books is they all start out verbally and impromptu. It's usually at bedtime. So we started kind of playing around with the words, and I would just talk slow, figure out what rhymes. And then when we had the words, the next day we would sit down and write out the words together. And then from there, we would create the images to match the words.
Oh, that sounds like a fun process.
Yeah.
Did you get any reader feedback on the books before you published them?
I did, aside from my own kids, no. But once they were published, I did go into their schools and I was able to read to both the preschool age group, the kindergarten age group, and I even read as old as the third graders. The third graders liked the pictures, but they all thought the book was very easy because by the time they're in third grade, they're 8 or 9 and they're pretty advanced for this book, but they still enjoyed it. Um, the younger kids really liked it. They liked learning the reindeer names. They liked the pictures. They giggled at some of the hiding places, and they really seemed to enjoy it as well. A few of the kids asked if I could make the next book longer. They said it was too short.
That's amazing. That just lets you know right there, kids love stories.
Yeah,
So, actually, would you like to show the book off to the viewers?
sure. So would you like me to read a little bit from it as well?
Sure. Why don't we do a read aloud? And then you can
Okay.
describe, because I'm visually impaired and I know there may be some that are visually impaired that might watch this too. Um,
Okay.
so if you don't mind describing the pictures as you're going through.
Absolutely. So on the first page, it's an introduction that says Santa's reindeer hide and seek. And there's a picture of a reindeer with his two front arms over a sign. It says by Julie Bohmer. And there are two snowmen, one on each side, holding the sign. On the first page, you're going to see Santa over on the left calling out to the reindeer on the right. The reindeer on the right is hiding behind snow hills with pine trees. And there's a sign stuck in the snow that says North Pole. So you know they're in the North Pole. So the first page sounds like this. Dasher, Dasher, where could you be? Do you see Dasher hiding from me? The second page will also have Santa on the left. On the right page, there's a reindeer standing in front of a group of Christmas trees. So Santa calls out from the left, Dancer, Dancer, where could you be? Do you see Dancer hiding from me? The next page has Santa on the left, and on the right, there's a gingerbread house with a reindeer peeking his face and his nose over the gingerbread house. So he's hiding behind it. Santa calls out, Prancer, Prancer, where could you be? Do you see Prancer hiding from me?
Let's stop there because I don't want to read the whole thing aloud. I know it's just a children's book, but I wanted to
Sure.
do that as a teaser because
Okay.
I want people to get the book.
Oh, thank you.
I champion children's book authors because I am actually writing middle grade myself. And I feel like just enough of a teaser will get people interested. So if you're watching this video and you hear this and you see this, go out and get this book and to share with your littles. Um, and thank you so much for that read aloud. So are there any aha moments, any tips or takeaways you want people to walk away with from from this interview today?
I would just say, if you're interested in writing books or even reading books as adults, we've had a lot of life, before us, whereas little kids are pretty new to the world. So the younger they are, the newer they're going to be. And sometimes as adults, we forget what it's like to like the images, like the words, like the rhymes. So I would say if you have a chance to actually sit down and talk to kids about what they like or don't like about books, that's going to help you learn about what the little ones like. And instead of just saying, did you like it? Yes or no? Ask them, what was your favorite part of this book? What was the most boring part of the book? What would you like to see done differently or done better in the book? And really ask those open-ended questions, and you'll get an idea to their likes and dislikes.
Wow, I love that. And I like the fact that with this book you have um it's an interactive book. I love that because it gets the kids actually thinking, "Oh wait, where did I see this rain? Where did I see Dasher? Where did I see Dancer? Where did I see Prancer?" You know? Or where did I see this one and that one? It's like, "Oh, yeah." So they can help Santa find the reindeer, which I think is really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, they have fun finding the reindeer and they hear the rhyme. And then if you play Rudolph the reindeer, the song afterwards, at the beginning of the song, you'll hear all the reindeer name announced. So it'll help them understand the names that go with his whole pack of reindeer instead of
That's
just
so
Rudolph.
cool. Yeah, that is so cool.
Thank you.
So if people want to connect with you, where can they find you online?
I'm on Instagram under Julie Bohmer Books. It's JuliBohmer Books. The book is also on Amazon. If you go to Amazon and just do a search for Santa's Reindeer Hide and Seek, you will find it there as well.
And you have a new book coming out too soon, right?
I do. I have a new book for the 4 to 8-year-old age group called The Strange Thing Forest. That one will be out with Pegasus Publishers out of the United Kingdom. What's neat about that book, it's more of a adventure walk where the child on the adventure finds kid-friendly things like ice cream cone trees and other things of that nature. And it just really helps kids use their imagination. It's an unpredictable what's going to happen next. Kid friendly story, and there's a comforting ending at the end of that. Now, my oldest son's homework assignment inspired that one. He came home from school one day with a picture of a forest, and he had written a sentence saying, "The forest was creepy. It smelled like dead fish." I thought, that's strange. So that night at bedtime, the Strange Thing Forest came about. So
That
again,
is so
very,
cool.
yeah, impromptu and for my kids, and it just evolves from there.
When you said the ice cream cone tree, you
Mhm.
reminded me of something. I actually wrote a rhyme, a verse, and maybe it'll be a children's picture book, maybe it'll be in a magazine one day. I don't know. But what is it? A sprinkle of joy about ice cream cone with a sprinkle on top, and the sprinkle made them when they eat the sprinkle. It made the main character when she ate the sprinkle, it made her happy, and then the little boy ate the sprinkles too fast, gave him a tummy ache. So the older sister, had to teach her brother how to eat how to eat the ice cream so it would make him happy.
Oh, I love it.
And I crochet. I love to crochet. So I made well, I had to take one down, but I've got the picture. But I made little um ice cream cones. I made one with a sprinkle on top. But then I have one and I need to take a picture of that one. But I have one that I made with a smiley face.
Oh, neat. Very
Yep.
neat. Very
Yep.
creative.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, and I love to crochet. So that was kind of the little verse inspired me to make the ice cream cone. And I was actually sitting outside when I wrote it. So
Oh, well, that's great. And thank you for sharing that as
yeah.
well.
Okay, yeah, sure. So do you have any final words before we close? Like a
I would
Christmas.
just say check out the book if you get a chance. Again, it's on Amazon.com. There's Santa's Reindeer Hide and Seek for Christmas. You have 10 Little Pumpkins Hide and Seek for pumpkin season. That helps young learners learn to count to 10 as well. And then The Strange Thing Forest should be out by February. So check out the books. If you like them, feel free to jump on Instagram, leave me a note, tell me what you liked or didn't like. I'm always looking for constructive feedback and ways to improve my future books that will be coming out as well.
All right. So we challenge you today to go out there and read to get inspired, write something inspiring, and share your creation with the world. For when you've touched one life, you've touched thousands. Thanks for joining us on Inspirational Journeys. Have a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. Talk to you
Merry
in
Christmas. Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas. Yeah. So talk to you guys in 2024 when I talk about my reflections on my on 2023 and goals for the new year. Take care, everybody.